Hello there YouTubers, welcome to my Pokemon Ruby walkthrough part 1. Sorry I haven't been uploading lately, I haven't been feeling well last week and I'm getting better this week I guess. I decided to do a Pokemon Ruby walkthrough since with my DBZ walkthrough I've been having issues with uploading. Since it's HD and everything, it takes a long time to upload. And every time I've attempted to upload it, issues would always occur, so I think I might take a little break. I'm not going to stop the series, I'm going to carry on, but for now, I chose Pokemon Ruby because I was thinking, what game should I do, which is quite old, which I used to enjoy when I was younger, so I thought, why not do my first Pokemon game, which was Pokemon Ruby. I did, at the time, when I was younger, I did play the originals, but I never actually owned a Pokemon game. But Ruby was my first one, so I thought, why not do that? And yeah, if my voice sounds funny, I still kind of have a cold left over. Okay, let's start. By the way, I am going to fast forward through some of the parts in this vid because it's really unnecessary for you to watch some stupid old text. Which, to be honest, I don't even read the text anymore. I don't think I even actually read it. I don't read the text like I used to. Well, I know what I'm doing already, so it doesn't matter about that. Yeah, see, as you can see, here's an example for me speeding up the vid. I'm just pressing the thing. This is on the Visual Boy Advance. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm just naming my character Inferno, so Soaring Inferno. Ugh. This cough is really horrible. Okay, this first part, I don't get. Why is a child in a blooming moving van or a moving truck? Why would you put a child in the back of a moving truck? I don't get that. Who knows? Okay, and right now we see little meeting up with your mom on a Pokemon. Or the mother, which is in your Pokemon. Well, it's different for each game, depending on which one you play. Yeah, the first part is really easy. I saved here just to make sure everything goes right. I think I decide to speed through all my saves anyway, so there's no point wasting time with just watching a save screen. Yeah, at the time when I recorded this, I think I set it to that time. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember. It was around that time. I think it was around 2 o'clock. Yeah, it was. Yeah, sorry about the cough. Okay, the first part. I haven't played this game in a long time. There are some parts which I still remember how to play this, but some things I've kind of forgotten. A big tip is some people may not know this, but at the beginning, you should always go to your PC and check if you have. Well, there should be a potion there available for you already, so I think that's quite useful for the beginning. Yeah, your father in this game is a gym leader, but you face him a lot later on. I think it's like the fifth. Yeah, the fifth gym leader, if I remember right. The first parts of, well, pretty much most games are really boring. They're just like a little introduction for people who are brand new, but I think there's a lot of talking in this game at the beginning, but later on, more about battling and everything. You have to meet up with your rival, which is May. If you decide to become the girl, your rival will be, I think his name is Landon. Well, the character I am, basically. That's his actual name. She's the daughter of Professor Birch. You saw at the beginning the actual professor of the Hoenn region, I guess. Okay, this first part's not really generally the best of all parts, but here you start to see things getting more interesting. This is where you're going to start your first battle ever. You see Professor Birch getting chased by a Poochyena, that's it. And in that bag you get to choose your starter, and I chose the starter I'm choosing here is Treecko, since it was my actual first Pokemon I chose when I was a lot younger, so I thought, I might carry on with that. Give me a sec. Oh, I really hate this cough here. Okay, this first battle is generally easy. All you have to do is just pound if you chose Treecko, or tackle for the other one that you chose. Oh gosh, this cough is really horrible. I'm trying to hold it in if I can, but I'll try my best. As you can tell, these first parts, that first battle, since it was a level 2 Poochyena, it was nothing really. And you've received your first Pokemon from Professor Birch after that really easy battle. I decide to name my Trico Ninja Leaf, not Leaf Ninja from Naruto, but I thought I might just change it around and put in Ninja Leaf. I don't really care what people say. I was just thinking of a random nickname at the time, so I'm not too bothered. Come on. Okay. There's going to be a lot of pauses for me in this commentary, isn't there? I can't really think of much to talk about since there's not much happening at the beginning. I guess at the beginning you have to just do general quick battles here. I think, if I remember right, I decided to do some training, which involves just facing wild Pokemon, not the hardest thing ever. Okay, I'm gonna fast through all these parts. Well, I'm gonna fast through the wild Pokemon battle parts, and I might sometimes like randomly fast forward some speeches if I'm not bothered to actually read them. You can tell these wild Pokemon at the beginning are generally like easy. Like Wurmple, for some reason Wurmple reminded me of Caterpie and all that from Kanto region, the original. Like I said, Wurmple does have 2 different evolutions depending on which one. It's just down to luck. There's no point in me actually showing you a full battle against these wild Pokemon, which would just take a lot of time, so it's better if I just fast forward through all this. Okay, it's just generally the same thing, pound or absorb, doesn't matter what you do. I think absorb's quite useful if your Pokemon's damaged. To be honest, absorb becomes useless. Absorb does become useless a bit later on anyway, so I think I ditched the move anyway. Again, from what I've recorded, there are a couple of surprises I've got. In the third part, you have to, if you're going to watch this walkthrough, watch the third part especially, because I do find a shiny, which I'm going to give a little hint. It's a random occurrence. It just randomly appeared. So I thought, my original plan was that. Well, I'm not gonna name the Pokemon until you watch the vid. That Pokemon, I didn't actually expect to get a shiny Adder, and I didn't really want it in my team. But I thought since it's shiny, it might be a good experience because it's quite lucky to find a shiny, especially on a walkthrough, which I was quite happy about at the time. I gotta speed up through all this stupid text here. If you talk to this person, they'll take you up to the mall, and you'll receive a potion. Yo, for 3 potions. That's 2 potions in the inventory. Also, the reason why I did some training is because you're going to face May. If you keep going up here, Route 103, you fight May, and she chooses the weakness of your Pokemon. So basically, in my instance, she chose Torchic, since Trico's weakness is fire. I need to put more enthusiasm in these commentaries. Doesn't really help that I don't feel too well, but I'll try my best to become more enthusiastic in my next vids. Alright, so we finally fight our first rival. I forgot. Wow, I just lost what I was about to say there. Well, this is basically actual first trainer battle, so I think from what I remember from Fire Red and all that, at the beginning you fight your rival straight away, but in this you fight your rival after you defeat the Poochyena, and you get to train your Pokemon at the beginning anyway. So I got Ninja Leaf up to level 9, which is okay for the beginning. Even level 7 would have been fun, but I had the opportunity to speed up the vids anyway, so I thought I might as well do that. Or just press the spacebar on the emulator, whatever button you set it up as. So we're almost approaching the end of the vid, so what we have to do is I'm just healing Trico, I guess, or Ninja Leaf. Okay, and yes, there we go. She's going to do more talking. Now we have to meet up with Professor Birch's lab at the bottom, which you'll receive your first Pokedex from him. Just jump across all of this. Is not really the hardest route to follow. No, oh, some fat guy's blocking my way. Yay, finally we get to Professor Birch. I don't remember if I speed up through this part or not. Oh, guess I don't. You receive your first Pokedex, but to be honest, I don't really care about Pokedex because I don't really look at them at all anyway. I used to when I was younger, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and she gives you your first Pokeball. Well, she gives you 5 Pokeballs actually, so that's quite useful since it's free, I guess. I do, as if I remember right, it's in the next next part. I capture my first Pokemon, which you'll have to see for yourself. And as you can see here, you get free trainers from your mom at the beginning, which is quite useful since it's near the beginning. And for Fire Red and all that, you need you get your trainers after you do the first gym. So I thought it's quite useful thing to get at the beginning. I'm happy with it. And I think yes. No, if we end here, so comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll hopefully watch the next part. And goodbye.